Hello gamers, and welcome back to my channel. This is a unique video for my channel because I'm not going to actually be playing any game here. I'm wanting to sort of discuss what's going on with the channel and what I'm going to be doing moving forward in the future. So a couple of months ago, I was fortunate enough to get monetized by YouTube, and I was really proud of the fact that I had worked to the point where I was monetized. I had gotten enough subscribers and I had enough views going on so that I was able to reach that milestone, and I took it very seriously. It wasn't that I was expecting to make a ton of money or, having it be a replacement for the job that I do on a daily basis. It was just something nice that was sort of showing me that my hard work was paying off. Now, if you watched the other video I did somewhat covering this topic that released yesterday, I explained the fact that while I was at work one night, I got an email stating that my account is no longer monetized. And I've looked into it since then. I filed an appeal with YouTube, and that appeal has been denied. So, as it stands, I am not monetized, and I cannot apply for monetization for the next 90 days. What I have found was the issue with it is what they call reused content. And this evidently especially happens with gaming channels quite often, especially with games where you don't in some way add to the game. So what I'm meaning by this is when I have some of my playlists here that, for example, cover games like Ghostbusters, where I didn't want to talk over what was going on in the game, so I simply played through the game and let the audio in the game speak for itself. That is an issue with YouTube. They don't like that because then you're not changing the game in some core way to add value to what you're recording yourself. The same goes on with many of my sports games, such as the WWE franchise, that I have multiples of, the Madden franchise, and so on. Additionally, what I also have realized is that shorts are another problem with this. So what I was doing with my shorts was I was basically making them uh, a snippet of the actual video that I was for the particular game for that day or whatnot. It was, in my mind, sort of an advertisement of what was going on with the game. But with YouTube, that doesn't work. They see that as reusing the same content. I wasn't creating anything new. Even though it was my own content, it still was reusing that content. And for that reason, I was suddenly demonetized. I do wish they had given me some kind of warning because I would have definitely been willing to change what was going on my channel. But the wording and the way that that works is so vague that I wasn't even sure what it was I was being punished for in the first place. So with that in mind, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and create a second channel and try to get this one, as it stands, back to where it can be monetized. So you've probably noticed already, if you are a fan of the shorts that I put out on the channel, the amount of shorts has dropped dramatically. I probably had over 1,000 shorts in the past on the channel, and now I believe I have about 20. Basically, I've kept the ones that people were the most interested in and have had the most discussions with and stuff because I wanted to keep those discussions going, and I felt a few wouldn't hurt. But I removed all of the other ones from the channel. In addition, what I've started to do, and you can somewhat see it here, is I'm starting to remove some of these series where I don't talk over what's going on in the game. So, for example, Monday Night Raw is no longer here. We still have SmackDown, we still have NXT, but Raw and the pay-per-views are both gone. And I have not deleted them. What I am doing instead is I am pulling those videos off of the channel, I'm re-downloading them myself, and I have created a secondary channel where all of those videos are going to be. So let me introduce you to that channel. I'm going to go ahead and call this new channel Ray's Games No Commentary. And with this, basically all that's going to be on here are the games that I've already had on my other channel where I didn't have commentary over top of the video game, or games that I'm still continuing to play with like my friend Dazani. So we're still playing Borderlands 2, we're still enjoying Borderlands 2, so you're still going to see more videos off of Borderlands 2. But instead of them being on the main channel, they're going to come over here. Now, I can tell you I have some football games still on the scheduling for the other channel, and as of right now, they haven't been moved over, along with some Borderlands. So over the next couple weeks, there is still the possibility you will see one or two of those videos come out. It's a slow process moving of videos over. As you can see, I have pretty much gotten everything for Monday Night Raw over. So we've got the created playlist, we have the videos, and I am making shorts on those videos. Now, I have learned from the mistake I made previously with it, and I am putting in some wording into the videos and such, so that way it does add some context and it does make it different than the original video. In that way, I don't think that they will say that it is reused content. But the other fact of the matter is, I have no intention of even trying to monetize this channel. This channel is really because of the fact that I am proud of the work I've done. I'm proud of the games I've played, and I don't want to lose all of that content. I don't think that's fair to the viewers who enjoy watching it, and I don't want to really give it all up. So this channel is going to be sort of there to contain all that stuff. Now, Dazani and I are still going to play games together. We had planned on playing Borderlands 3 once we finish with Borderlands 2. We're still going to continue with that. The fact is, whenever we play games together, we just like to be able to talk and, talk about our lives, talk about what's going on with our wives, perhaps, or our jobs and things of that nature. So it's not really things that I want to sort of put out there for the viewers to listen to. For one, it might not always be politically correct. And for two, it's not going to be interesting to you because it's not something that's relevant to the game that we're playing at the time. So, with that being said, we're going to still enjoy gaming together. That content is just going to continue to come over here to Raise Games No Commentary. Now, at the bottom of Raise Games No Commentary, if this is a channel that interests you, by all means, please do subscribe to it. But I also have linked my original channel to it as well. I also, for those who didn't know, do have a couple of other channels here. These aren't really big channels, and I can't say I even plan on putting out any more content for them in the near future. This Travel Ventures channel, for a while, as you might know from my Planet Coaster videos, I really enjoy amusement parks, and so I created that channel in a way to just sort of enjoy the amusement park industry and wear a GoPro riding on the different rides and such. What I found though was it was taking away from my enjoyment of the rides, so I really haven't put new videos up there for some time now. I'm not saying I never will, but if you do want to see some travel videos, I have stuff there from San Antonio. I have things there from Western Playland in El Paso. So there's different videos you could see and enjoy if you're into that kind of thing. The final channel here, I have the Library of Horror. As I've mentioned before on my channel, I do like writing horror stories in my free time. What I've done on that channel is I actually read through a couple of my stories with just some basic images in the background as you're listening to the story. So if you're a fan of horror and you want to hear some horror stories, by all means, feel free to subscribe to that channel. That's a channel that perhaps, if people were interested in, I might put some more stuff out in the future. For right now, those kind of videos take a lot of time and effort because I want to get the narration down as best as I can. So it's one of those, I don't have plans on putting anything else out on it right now, but you never know. I'm definitely open to adapting to it in the future. As I said though, this video is for the most part to let you know that this new channel is here. For one, because if you were enjoying one of the series on my channel, say the Borderlands series, or if you hadn't gotten entirely through Ghostbusters, right now it's still on the main channel, but probably next week or something of that nature, it's going to disappear from there. It is not that that content has vanished forever though. The videos are going to be here on this channel, and I have no intention of having them deleted. Also, with this channel, if you watch one of the videos here, you know I love making those end screens that are unique for each video game. For this particular channel, I'm not doing that. I'm going to actually just put a narrated thank you end screen to it because that's the only commentary you're really going to get through most of the games. And on top of that, I also wanted to make it in such a way where I could have a link to my main channel of Ray's Games. So if you watch one of the videos here and you like what you see here, this is your first time seeing something, you can always go ahead and subscribe to the primary channel through here as well. In the same way, if you are on my primary channel, I do have the links at the bottom. Well, we're in playlist right now, but if we go to home, hello gamers and welcome to Ray's Games. We have my intro that's going on there. But if you go to the bottom, you will see my other channels. We have Travel Ventures there, we have the Library of Horror, and we have the link to Ray's Games No Commentary. So if it is something that would interest you, you can link to the new channel from right here and go ahead and subscribe. As I said, it is going to have new content that comes out. For the time being, everything that comes out is stuff that you might have seen over on this channel, because it is going to take me probably a good couple months to move all the things that I plan to over to that channel. So for right now, the content that's coming out on there is going to be things that you were seeing on this channel. But it's one of those, for example, one of the things I'm going to be moving this week probably is going to be Mutant Football League 2. So if you hadn't gotten through watching those videos and you wanted to see those videos, they're still going to exist. They're just going to be over on the other channel. So by all means, feel free to subscribe over there and you'll be able to see it. Additionally, I am going to take this as an opportunity. I'm not going to look at it as a negative with the demonetization, but instead I'm going to look at it as an opportunity to improve. So I like my overall logo here, my basic Ray's Games logo, but like this one has gotten old for me. I think it's a bit tired. So you're going to see updates to the channel where things like this are going to change. The actual introductory video here is going to change. Still have the same audio, but we're going to show some of the highlights of the games that are played on the channel. And then everything else that's going to come out on this channel in the future is going to all have commentary on the videos. This may mean for a short time that I may not have videos releasing every single day the way I do right now. I do have some series that are off into the future. The Room series. I've got Supermarket Simulators coming out soon on the channel. Car Mechanic Simulator and the Assassin's Creed. Those are all going to continue as they were without pretty much any interruption to what's going on. But I'm going to have to find something for Sundays because right now I've had it as my sports day. And as I said, I don't really see a purpose in, say, a football game of me saying, yep, I'm going to run the ball again on this play. I don't feel like that adds anything to what's going on there. So that day is probably going to change to something else instead of sports games. If I feel an interest in playing a sports game again in the future, then it will be over on the other channel. You will get to see it still. It'll still be available. It's just not going to be on this particular channel. Wrestling, I don't know. I'm toying with the idea of putting out some wrestling videos just different than I was doing them, and instead more doing them as a discussion topic on what happened on the previous episode of, say, Raw or NXT or SmackDown. But I'm not sure on that yet. Other series, such as like the Dead by Daylight, the lore videos for Dead by Daylight and stuff, those are going to continue on the channel because those I already narrate, so they're going to be there perfectly fine. Some of these little games like Happy's Humble Burger Farm, I love playing them. They are going to definitely, we're going to see more of those type of games in the future on the channel. Another one I can tell you already, the Dredge game here, not Dave the Diver, but Dredge has a DLC that they have announced coming out in August. And I am going to play that pretty much as soon as it comes out. I will hopefully have a video up covering that DLC the day that it comes out because I'm very excited for that. So I hope that gives you a sort of a clear understanding of what's going on the channel. I do apologize for all these changes and stuff. It wasn't something I had really wanted to do. And I will say, I have spent the last several days here not creating new content for the channel because instead I've been busy trying to fix the issues that are going on. Um, it stinks that this is the way YouTube makes things work, but you know what? As I said, I'm going to take it as a positive and I'm going to use it as an opportunity to make my channel that much better. So I hope you do stick with me through this process. There are still videos in the queue that are going to be coming out on a daily basis. Shorts are going to be a little bit lacking for right now because I'm going to put out many fewer of them. And when I do put out shorts, I'm going to try to make sure that they do have some kind of change to them to ensure that they are not considered as reused content. With that in mind, though, as I said, I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. I appreciate all of you who watch the different videos that I put out. It really makes me happy to see those views on different videos, whether it's 1 or 2 views or if it's a couple of thousand. It always makes me happy because it means that somebody else is watching the stuff that I've done and somebody's appreciating what I've done. Whether they hate it, they love it, you've taken your time to watch it, and I appreciate you for that. So thank you so much for that. Thank you for taking the time to view things that I find interesting, and I hope that you'll stay a subscriber of the channel for years to come. With that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Thank you for your time.